Hello and welcome to another update video about Terra Luna. It has been a couple of days since I have talked about Terra Luna, and let's start with what I talked about in the last video. This doesn't confirm yet, but it would add to my view that we are going to come down lower here into the green target area. The breakout point for that would be exactly now, so 82.7. Yeah, so just now where we currently are, 82.5. If we break below it, then you're probably going to go down again to $77. That is where we were here on the 1st of May. That would also be the target for the breakout, because if you break out to the downside of a wedge, the first target is the beginning of the wedge and the previous swing low here. If you then drop below $77, then you're probably going to go down into the target area here between 72 and 55. Okay, so let's take a look at what actually happened. And there you go. What happened here? We actually broke out to the downside, not here, yeah, but we actually made another quick move up before we then came down. And yeah, we have not come down to $77 as indicated. No, we have come down to $78.40 so far. Okay, but there you go. Sometimes, because I always get questions about, can you update your video? Can you update? Often it's enough if you watch the previous video, because I often give you already views about what is going to happen next, yeah, and what will be the support level. And so far, there's nothing new. Yeah, we have bounced, well, we have dropped out of this bearish pattern. This is a broadening ascending wedge, as indicated in the previous video, a pattern that normally, at least more often than not, would also break to the downside. And if you've been following me here for a while, we've been talking about certain price levels here for Terra Luna, and yeah, we have pretty much hit this target area with Terra Luna. We have hit this target area with Terra Luna. We have not hit this target area yet for Terra Luna, but I didn't tell you that we would here. I told you that we are first going to see a move up in a wave B before we come down and complete this correction in a wave C, which would complete that higher level wave 2. So an ABC pattern. This is what a wave 2 consists of, and in that wave C, you want to get lower than the wave A. The wave A, you can see here, around about $76, and in that wave C, we would ideally get below that. And here, this is based on the Fibonacci retracements. So if I draw those Fibonacci levels from the beginning of that overall wave here in blue, all the way, yeah, to the top, then we get this target area between $52 and $73, between the 88.7% Fibonacci level and the 61.8, and we're very close now to the 61.8% Fibonacci level. Theoretically, these wave 2s can also already turn around at the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. That was at $82. That is where I entered my first long position, in percent quite low, but still my first long position. We then moved up from $82 actually all the way to $100, and now we are coming down as expected in that wave C. And if you want to see my own buy and sell orders, then check out the channel membership. As a silver member, you can see these, and as a gold member, you can even see what I do with stocks and shares. But yeah, we are now coming very close to that $77 level. We're not oversold yet on the 4-hour chart. We probably are on the 1-hour chart, which is why we see an instant reaction. Yes, on the 1-hour chart, we are oversold. That is not a problem, because on the 4-hour, we are not. And then on the 4-hour, that gives us more space to even drop lower, yeah, if the market wants to. So the scope is there, the potential is there. Bear in mind, we're now at an important support level. We had strong support here in that region, around $77, $78. So like, it could be, if we now see a bullish signal here on the chart. At the moment, we don't see one. At the moment, with that candle here on the 4-hour, we see a little bit of indecision going on. Medium term, my view is that we are going to get into this target area. If there is any sort of short-term upside, that is always possible. We could, for example, move up, retest here the former support, now resistance of that wedge, and then come down. This is all possible. But what we might have done here in this wave C, because the wave C consists of 5 waves, it could have been a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and this could now be that 5th wave down, yeah, which is absolutely possible. Yeah, we came up a little bit too high in that wave 4, but it is not invalidated nevertheless. So this is possible. I need to see now how far we really come down in that one move here. Bear in mind, nothing moves down in a straight line. Yeah, so if we move up a little bit and then come down, that does not invalidate anything here. And yeah, I see the price here go down to $52 and $72 in that region before it then turns around. And my view would be that from here then, primarily, we would go up in a wave 3, and the wave 3 target should go here into the region around $179, where that is actually the minimum target for the wave 3. So it could also go a bit higher, maybe 209 or 257 US dollars. Now this wave count would get invalidated if we drop below 44 US dollars. Below that, that is why the red arrow is here. We are going to see much lower prices, could then go down into the region between $12 and $33. Therefore, it is so important at the moment to use a stop loss if you don't want to risk prices going lower. Yeah, the way I do it, I'm a long-term holder for many of these, and I'm happy to hold if prices drop a little bit lower. Yeah, for that purpose, I, for example, don't buy the all-time high. I wait until we get very close to these target areas where with a high probability prices are going to turn around. The other alternative is just to use a stop loss, and that is another possibility how to do it. And if you're a short-term trader, you should of course always do that, but if you are a short-term trader, you will do that anyway. Yeah, below 43, that would be invalidated. A good way to do it is to wait for the low. Yeah, and of course you never will catch the lowest low. With a high probability you won't, and therefore it is important for people who want to have a bit more security to wait for the first impulse up and the first corrective wave down. I said that now a few times, and when we get that, because the first corrective wave usually comes down quite a bit, so this would be another interesting entry point then, and then we can be more certain that the downtrend is over. Yeah, but at the moment, yeah, it's pretty much working out as expected. We could even build here something like a head and shoulders. It's not the most beautiful one, but this could become something like a head and shoulders, and this would also confirm that we are coming down here a little bit lower. Yeah, so zooming out here a little bit, yeah, I also had another wave count on the radar here, which doesn't change anything. It's just another wave count that would actually confirm my view as well. And in that scenario, we can actually see this here as a diagonal pattern, all of this, yeah. And in that wave count, it's a bit of a different one, but it doesn't actually change the scenario, funny enough. It is yeah, a diagonal pattern where we have a wave 1 here, a 2, a 3, a 4, and then we would move up in a wave 5 here. Probably wouldn't come up that high, but also here in that scenario, we would probably find support down here and then come up to the high. Yeah, so in such a diagonal pattern, you would you can have these overlapping waves. And that is just something to be aware of, that there was another wave count that I thought about. Is that more likely? I actually think the current one here is more likely. It's a bit more detailed as well. But in the end, both point into the same direction. So waiting here for that correction to finish, and then idea is to move higher. Yeah. So and the downside potential here is not that great anymore, even though while I say that, we could still drop from the current level around 30%, maybe even more, 33%, and then would only then max out that target area for that second wave. Okay, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership and maybe even the trading course that I publish currently on my website, morecryptoonline.com.